Hello friends, my name is P. Raja. I'm from CSB section. Today my project is about Australian voting. It is an assignment report of design and analysis of an algorithm. It is a complex problem solving self-assignment forms. Project title Australian voting. Project overview. Introduction. Australia is an recognized worldwide for its strong democratic tradition. The Australian voting system ensures fair representation and encourages active participation through compulsory voting. This project will examine the history, structure, impact of voting in Australia, background and history. Early reforms. Australia was one of the first countries to introduce the secret ballot, also known as Austrian ballot, in 1856, a model later adopted globally. Women suffrage. Australian women gained the right to vote and stand for federal parliament in 1902, a world-leading reform. Compulsory voting. Introduced federally in 1924 to address low voter turnout, it has significantly increased participation since objective of the project. Understand the history. Explore how voting in Australia has developed over a time, including key milestones like the introduction of secret ballot and the women's suffrages plays a key role in it. Examine the voting systems. Study how Australia's preferential voting and proportional representation system work in federal and state elections. Learn about compulsory voting. Understand why voting is compulsory in Australia, how it is enforced, and its impacts on voter turnout and democracy. Identify different election types. Learn the difference between state, territory, and the local government elections. Explore voting methods. Investigate the various ways Australians can vote: in person, earlier, postal, and the mobile voting. In this exploring voting methods, we can go at the centers of the voting, or else we can vote our election number by using in mobile phones. These are used in all over the world. Analyze the political landscape. Gain a basic understanding of the major political parties and independents in Australia. Highlight the importance of voting. Explain why voting is important in maintaining a strong and fair democracy. Discuss current challenges. Look at the modern challenges like voter disengagement, misinformation, and ensuring accessibility for all voters. Key features: compulsory voting. All eligible citizens aged 18 and over must enroll and voting in elections are possible. At the age of 18 or above age of 18 can participate in voting elections. Failure failure to vote without a valid excuse can result in a fine. Prevention voting systems used in the House of Representatives, lower houses, voters rank candidates in order of preference, ensures the winning candidate has the majority support. Secret ballot. Voting is a private and confidential. Australian pioneered the use of secret ballot in 1850s. Proportional representation. Used in Senate, seats are distributed based on the proportion of votes of each party receives. Universal suffrage. Most and most Australian citizens, regardless of gender or background, have the right to vote. Australia was an early adopter of voting rights for women in 1902 federally. Regular elections. Federal elections are held approximately every 3 years. State, state, territory, and the local government elections occur on regular cycles. Mu- Multiple voting methods. Voting can occur in a person, early voting, postal voting, or mobile polling services. Independent Election Commission. The Australian Election Commission (AEC) runs elections fairly and independently, responsible for managing the electoral election roll and setting electoral boundaries and educating the voters. Electoral vote plays a main key role in independent electoral commissions. Technologies used. Electronic voter roll systems. Polling places uses electronic voter rolls, laptops or tablets to quickly or taps check if voters are enrolled and have already voted. Postal voting technology. System tracks and manages the postal voters to ensure the security and timely delivered. Online enrollment and updates. Voters can updates their update their address and check their enrollment status online through the Australian Election Commission website. Mobile voting units. Mobile polling services use portable electronic equipment to service remote areas, hospitals, aged care, and prisons. Election management system. Comprehensive software is used by Australian Election Commission to manage elections, voters' data, polling locations, staffing, and logistics. Security, security and anti-fraud technology. Systems protect voter information and ensure election integrity, including cybersecurity measures to guard against hacking and misinformation. Accessibility technologies. Services like telephone assisted voting for blind and low vision voters in different language who speaks. They can translate the information for the voters. Source code, project and their description. Easy count. A public documented system the Australian Election Commission uses to assist with the Senate vote counting. The full internal code isn't public, but the method is documented. Open Voting Consortium International, a group that promotes open source voting software, sometimes referenced when Australians explores electronic or associated voting ideas. Electronic Voting and Counting System (EVAS) is used in the Australian Capital Territory for local elections. Parts of its design have been described publicity but not fully open sourced. And next is the election machine code. Because for electing a member, electing a parties of the above three parties, by using this code we can select the our chosen party candidates. There are three candidates. First Alice, second Bob, third Charlie. These are candidates. Votes Alice 0, Bob 0, Charlie 0. Before voting, it represent like Alice is 0, Bob is 0, Charlie is 0. By using the def cast of vote, we use the for key naming candidates of items. They represent the key and name. First, we have to select the candidates. If this code helps us in the by using if and else statement, choosing candidates, both candidate choice, and it prints us thank you, you voted for candidate choice, and else it prints us invalid choice, please try again. And for selection of an candidate, if and else plays a key role. Conclusion: Austrian voting system is one of the most comprehensive and inclusive world. It ensures that every eligible citizen has approximately and the obligations to participate in election to compulsory voting. This results in consistently high voter turnout, which strengthens the democratic process and ensures the government reflects the will of the people. The preferential voting system used for the federal elections allows for more non-used expressions of voter preference, leading to outcomes that are representative of the wider spectrum of the population. The proportional representation system in Senate ensures that smaller parties and independents have a fairer chance of gaining representation, promoting a more diverse political landscape. Furthermore, Australian use of technology in elections such as electronic voter polls, postal voting, and mobile polling makes voting more accessible, especially for people in remote areas or with disabilities. These innovations, combined with strong security measures, help maintain the integrity of the electoral process. By using this postal voting, electronic voter polls, mobile polling, the old agers and the person who is not feeling well can vote from their home or work, etc., or from their village. It is a good method for world to implement it. Nevertheless, Australia's commitment to maintaining a fair, transparent, and inclusive electoral system serves as a model for other democracies. In the conclusion, the Australian voting system plays a crucial role in preserving the national democratic values It encourages partition, ensures fair representation, and it is continually adapting to the needs of population while maintaining and its core principles of fairness and equality. Thank you for giving the opportunity.